Yeah, very good morning to all of you present here. Welcome to the IGNOU Regional Center, Madurai. Today we are celebrating National Youth Day. In this aspect, as per the directive from the IGNOU headquarters, the IGNOU Regional Center, Madurai, has been organizing this webinar on the topic climate change from India's perspective, contributions of the youth for combating climate change. This is one of the important topic to sensitize the youth about the climate change. At the outset, I extend my welcome to the esteemed resource person, Dr. M. Devaraganath sir, the chairman, SIA, Government of Pondicherry, and he has been occupied with various other positions also. Our esteemed Senior Regional Director, Dr. M. Shanmugam sir from Regional Center, Madurai, and the Director of the NCIDE and a team from the IGNOU headquarters, and all our esteemed colleagues, as well as our esteemed Senior Regional Director, Dr. M. Paneer Selvam sir from Regional Center, Chennai, and the regional directors from RC Bangalore, Dr. Shanmugam sir, then the regional director from Port Blair, the regional director from Bijapur, and the nodal officers of this event from the cluster regional centers, and as well as nodal centers, Dr. Ravikant Kamlekarji, Dr. Kasturi Pisla Madam, and all our LSC functionaries and counselors, as well as stakeholders and our beloved students. Welcome you all for this August gathering. With this, we begin this event. I request the Senior Regional Director to offer his inaugural address. Sir.
Thank you, Dr. Anbalagan. Very good morning to all. Invited resource person for this session, Dr. M. Devaraganath. Our colleagues from Regional Center, Madurai, and the collaborating regional centers, RC Chennai, RC Bangalore, Bijapur, and Port Blair. The regional directors, senior regional directors, and other colleagues from all the regional centers, and invited participants from our learner support centers and other colleagues. We are very happy to have this webinar session commemorating the celebration of National Youth Day 2026. It is the decision of the university to have the celebration of National Youth Day across the country every year. And this event comes under National Center for Innovations headquarters. And we are conducting the June-wise the webinars marking this event, National Youth Day 2026. It's an auspicious occasion to have the meeting on this platform. So I am cordially welcoming you all for this session. As you know, IGNOU being the National Open University, coming under the Ministry of Education, Government of India, having its regional centers across the country, and we have our learner support center, nearly more than 2,200 active learner support centers, having support services to our learners. If you see the total learners across the globe, you can say more than 35 lakhs, and equal number of alumni, those who have completed from the various programs from IGNOU is also coming close to 35 lakhs. It's of a great contribution to the society for the development of higher education through distance mode. It's a different university of different kind of unique kind of university in terms of its operations, without diluting the quality, giving quality higher education to the aspiring learners. The success story of this university, you can see many people who are holding the high position, or who have already retired also, or have completed the programs from IGNOU. So on this aspect, we are very proud to have the collaboration with all type of educational institutions jointly to help the learners, because our learners are different kind of because different target group. It's not that regular age group, etc. We have diversified group of learners, and using the technology mainly, it is possible to reach out the unreached. And also being the university directly coming under the ministry, the national programs, activities involving the people or students, for which IGNOU is the nodal center for the ministry also. So on that, we are celebrating different national-wide celebrations under the different ministries also, even not only the Ministry of Education, even other ministries also giving lot of programs to IGNOU for the development. So it is coming. This is the one kind of such activity which we are celebrating. So we are very much thankful for the resource person, Dr. M. Divarakanath, for sparing his valuable time. You know, he has been with the different committees, developmental projects of Ministry of Central Government, and he has been kind enough to spare his valuable time for this occasion. So let us all take the benefit of his expertise. And I welcome you, sir, for giving such opportunity. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
We can go ahead with the program. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Now I invite Dr. M. Pannirselvam, sir, the Senior Regional Director from RC Chennai, to offer his special.
So very good afternoon and good morning, and I'm K. Pannirselvam from Chennai, and I begin with my appreciation note of appreciating the IGNOU Regional Center at Madurai for organizing this timely and socially relevant webinar today. We invited a very renowned speaker for this program. We all know that the National Youth Day commemorates the birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda, and it is more even fitting that Madurai is organizing this. Way back in 31st May 1893. 1893, Swami Vivekananda visited Chicago, United States, the support of the kings of Ramnad and Mysore and others. So I feel it is befitting for Madurai to organize this, and also at that time only Swami Vivekananda is, is named as Vivekananda. The name of Vivekananda is given by the Khetri of Mr. Ajit Singh. And Vivekananda began his journey to America from Mumbai with the financial support of Raja of Ramnad also. I think this is very appropriate. Our regional center at Madurai is organizing this. The meaning of Vivekananda, we all know that the bliss of discerning wisdom. So the name is very appropriate, and this National Youth Day celebration of IGNOU commemorates the birth anniversary of Vivekananda, whose vision emphasized the power, responsibility, and the character of youth in national building. And as we all know, that his message reminds us that the future of the nation rests on enlightened, disciplined, and socially committed youth. Therefore, observing this day through deliberations on climate change is therefore most meaningful, as environmental protection is one of the greatest responsibilities of today's youth. Climate change is no longer a distant threat, it is a present reality affecting agriculture, water resources, health, biodiversity, and livelihoods, particularly in a climate vulnerable country like India. Rising temperatures, extreme weather events, and ecological imbalances underline the urgent need of collective action. In this context, we all know that India is a nation having its population is 30% of its population is in the age group of 15 to 30 years, and 65% of the Indian population is under the age of 35 years. Therefore, India could be very well called as a nation having a massive youth cohort, which is very key for the engine of development, and particularly contribution for India's economic growth, innovation, and entrepreneurship. But the challenges before the nation is the skill and employment are the major challenges. And also a notable 33% of our population is not in education, employment, and training. That is called another term of the need. So the government of India is also terming it. So these are the challenges. I think today's deliberations are going to be very, very useful in this context. I hope that the learners of IGNOU are uniquely positioned to translate knowledge into action by conserving resources, promote sustainable practices, and spreading environmental awareness at grassroots level. And I'm very confident that today's webinar with wisdom of Dwaraknath, Mr. Dwaraknath, is going to be very enlightening for all of us. And I wish the webinar a very grand success. Thank you very much, RC Madurai, for this opportunity and making it a part of 112 activities of this NCID, overall actions. Thank you very much. Over to Dr.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. May I invite the regional directors from the participating RCs to speak, quickly speak the few words. RC
Hello?
Bangalore. Yes, sir. RC Bangalore.
Good morning, sir. This is from RC Bangalore. Our RD and all the academics have gone for press meet today. The RD has extended this congratulations and appreciation and support for today's program organized by RC Madurai.
Thank you, sir. From RC Bijapur,
We can invite
Dr. Devendra ji. The nodal officers, Dr. Ravikant ji from RC Chennai. Okay.
Professor Sunil Jacob, RD.
Yes. Yes.
Sir, thank you very much for making this program in a very short time. And then for the next session of this innovation programs, you have taken a initiation and started this program. So the set of programs will be again we'll be doing like how we have done in the previous quarter. And then yes, without saying anything much, so already our senior writer has been said everything. So without taking much time, so I think let's invite our resource person and then let's listen to his talk today. And then thank you very much for arranging this for RC Madurai and Dr. Ambalagan, Dr. Shanmugam. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Over to RC.
Yeah. Now, I am giving you a brief short note about our esteemed and honorable resource person, Dr. M. Dwaraknath. Dr. M. Dwaraknath, sir, is presently serving as a chairman of the State Environmental Impact Assessment Authority, SIA, Government of Puducherry. He has a very rich experience of more than 3 decades and also formed part of many the esteemed committees of the ministry. He is associated with the National Environmental Engineering Research Institute, Nagpur. He has been part of committee of the R&D institutions in the New Delhi as well as Puducherry. He has been associated with the Ministry of Environment, Forest, Climate Change for several occasions. He has been the current visiting professor in nearly 4 universities like Bharatdasan University, Trichy, Manipal University, and a few other esteemed notable universities also. He has associated with more than 15 major research projects funded by the government of India, various ministries. He has made visits to several international countries also, actively involved in various training programs, then faculty development programs, especially Madan Mohan Malaviya Mission training programs, the refresher programs. He has been the routine the resource person called for many institutions also. Even yesterday and the day before also, he was engaged with so many lectures. He is quite busy, but his biodata speaks a lot. I am so much happy to invite you, sir, for this the Zone 12 RC, that webinar in connection with the National Youth Day. We are happy to welcome you, sir. Now the session is handed over to you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
First of all, good morning to everyone, and thank you all for your kind words. And my special thanks goes to Dr. Shanmugam, Senior Regional Director, Madurai, and also Senior Regional Director of Chennai, and Senior Regional Directors of other regional centers of Bijapur and Port Blair, and also special thanks to Dr. Anbalagan, Assistant Regional Director of Madurai, who has been kind enough to talk with me and then organize and give me the opportunity for this particular program. And thank you very much for the IGNOU headquarters also for providing me this opportunity. Now, without wasting much of a time, I will try to go to my presentation. I have tried to keep the presentation as simple as possible, because we are technical people, and we generally talk more on this thing, but I am not a professor, so that gives me an additional this thing. We were government department officers, both in central government, in Delhi government and also in Pondicherry government. So that being the case, we keep very simple presentation. Is my screen is visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can continue.
So, okay, I will make it full screen. So thank you very much. And this on commemoration or for celebrating the National Youth Day, marking the birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda. This program is organized, and aptly the opportunity was given to me to understand the climate change, and also what one can, especially the youth, can do for controlling or for combating climate change. So this being my topic, I try to go into my topic. These are some of the famous quotes of Swami Vivekananda. In this, the last one, which is says, nature's resources are not for selfish exploitation, but for shared use among all creations. So this is akin to Dr. Mahatma Gandhi's statement that nature has got everything to everybody's needs, but not greeds. And also Swamiji goes on to say, work for work's sake, do good because it is good to do good, ask no more. Like this, Swamiji has given some important quotes, especially for the students and youths on the environment and conservation aspects. And these are some more thing. This is the greatest sin is to think yourself weak. So youth, in today's youth, you have to self believe yourself, so that you can contribute to yourself and your personal development, and also to the nation as a whole. That includes the environment and conservation aspect also. And believing in you not only helps the external environment to grow, but also it helps the internal environment, that is inner strength of the youth also, to grow. And this is the latest climate change performance index of various countries of the world. I have given the web link of this particular latest report, which was released in December 2025. So one can go to this link and can understand how various countries are performing in terms of combating climate change, so that one can have a fair amount of knowledge and view of how the different countries are performing. But as far as India is concerned, our stand is Indian government.
Sorry, sir. Yeah, ji, slides to be moved, I think. Ji, sorry.
I am moving from my side. Is it going now?
Okay, sir.
This is the
now it is coming. Thank you, ji.
Second slide. Now this is the third slide. Okay. Now Indian government has not agreed to this particular report, because this doesn't take the per capita emission per country, because they take into account the comprehensive total emissions, but they don't consider the per capita emission of the country. That is how much population, and for how much population, how much is the emission. That is not being considered for ranking in this report. For consideration of this esteemed audience, India has only 2.4% of the land area, but we support 6.1% of energy we provide, and we support 18% of the global human. And we have the largest livestock presentation, that is cattle presentation, in the world. So we support, not only support the population, human population, but also we support the largest livestock population, and per capita emission has to be looked in holistically, comprehensively, not in a minuscule of just total emissions. So Indian government doesn't agree with the predictions and the ranking that is given by the Comprehensive Climate Performance Index. The action India is taking to support climate actions are to support and uplift 228 million people who are living below poverty line. So that we have to understand. Now the slide is changing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. See, this is an idea to give how much is the per capita emission of some of the biggest emitters. Indian per capita emission is half of the world average. World average is around 6.6 million tons of carbon dioxide, whereas India contribute only 3 tons of carbon dioxide. So we are nearly less than half of the global average, whereas US is about 25 tons, Canada is around 21 3 tons, meaning thereby they have lesser population, but their emissions are much more when compared to India or China. Russia is having 20.7 tons for their per capita emission. Saudi Arabia, being very small and having small population, they are emitting around 22.8 tons per capita. Australia, very small country, island country, they emit 22.3 tons. Canada is around 20 tons. So in a perspective, if we look, we are less than half of global emissions per capita wise. And we have to keep this thing in mind. Though India is one country, by the population and by the area of India, we are encompassing more than 12 countries within us in the land area. I have tried to give Australia, like Russia and Canada, Brazil, US, and Kazakhstan. You can substitute the countries according to their area, then the number of countries will become more also. And this is a very small summary of this year's record. We perform, despite that ranking is not taking into consideration the per capita emissions. Despite that, we perform and ranked 23rd in the Climate Performance Index. And India, globally, we are appreciated for our long-term commitment of climate actions. And we have a formal strategy for combating climate change, and we have ambitious renewable energy targets and we have many conservation programs like star labeling by Bureau of Energy Efficiency, and also for industries perform, achieve, and trade. They can get renewable energy certificates, and the companies and industries, they can purchase the renewable energy certificates and trade, so that they are also contributing to the emission. They can adopt these kind of conservation emission methods within their industry, and then subjected to verification. They themselves will be issued with the renewable energy certificate by the Ministry of Power. And we have continuous green finance taxonomy, we have green credit program, and also we have a national carbon market framework also. And every year we send our nationally determined target contribution also. According to that, by 2030, we were supposed to meet 50% of our energy demand through renewable energy, but we have met our 50% contribution by 2015 itself. So in 2025 itself, we have reported 50% of installed power capacity from non-fossil fuel sources ahead of our own commitment by 2030. So we have full commitment irrespective of international ranking, and we are doing the job on the ground. And we have formulated in 2008 itself a program called National Action Plan for Combating Climate Change. It is called as NAPC or NAPCC, and we have 8 different missions under under this NAPCC, and each mission has specific activities with time targets. So it is called National Solar Mission, National Enhanced Energy Efficiency Mission, National Mission for Sustainable Habitat. The Smart City and Amrut programs of Government of India comes under this Sustainable Habitat Mission, National Water Mission, Jal Jeevan Mission, or Ghar Ghar Jal Hai Ye program is coming under the National Water Mission. And the national 2 missions are there, especially to conserve and preserve the Himalayan ecology, and also the Green India Mission. Massive tree plantation being done by all the state government departments, including the Forest Department, is coming under this particular National Green India Mission, and also a National Mission of Sustainable Agriculture. Various integrated pest management and organic agriculture and green agriculture programs, what we are seeing, are funded and comes from this particular mission. And also National Mission on Strategic Knowledge for Climate Change. The IGNO, I congratulate IGNO for organizing such programs. This kind of strategic knowledge dissemination and through distant education is being done by IGNO for decades now. As the senior regional director Madurai was pointing out, that they are doing, many alumni of IGNO are now has reached the stage of retirement also, and they have retired. That means IGNO is doing yeoman service for more than 3 or 4 decades in conducting such programs, organized PG diploma programs, certificate programs, and also postgraduate programs on a number of issues, and they do a great service to the nation. And also this is coming under National Strategic Knowledge for Climate Change, and the National Mission on Climate Change and Human Health is the other mission that is there. Various programs and various activities with specified time targets are being given for various entities in the government and also outside the government, that is industries, under the corporates, and also multinational companies for implementation. This is our progress report for non-fossil fuel share in electricity generation. We have reached more than 50%, 5 years ahead of the schedule. And for reducing the GHG emission intensity in production, we have declared 33% target declared in the first nationally determined contribution, but we have achieved that in 2019 itself, 11 years ahead of schedule, achieving that 33% target to 45%. And creating additional carbon sink target was also there. Work is on track to achieve our targets by the Green India Mission. And besides this, we have agreed on Panchmitra goals of Government of India. What is those? Panchmitra means 5 target goals Government of India has identified and agreed and set timelines. These are Panchmitra means 5 nectars goals of key climate change targets agreed in COP26 summit in 21. That is 500 gigawatt of non-fossil fuel energy capacity by 2030, and also 50% by renewables by 2030. And we have to be proud that we have achieved that 50% much ahead of 2030 target, 1 billion tons emission reduction by 2030 and 45% reduction in carbon intensity. But we have achieved that already, and net zero by 2070. Those 2070 will be looking very far ahead, but we have to understand that we are in a global economy and we have to look into our own priorities and upliftment of poor above the poverty line, and also by providing universal health care, universal sanitation, and universal water supply, clean drinking water supply. These three are our priorities, and our fund goes more into those kind of basic needs meeting. And this is our status report link, Government of India's latest status report link, which I have shared, implementation and status of these Panchmitras. So whoever want to see that in detail, they can see the link. And this nationally determined contribution itself, I have already mentioned. Progress beyond whatever we have achieved, we have specific mission on national green hydrogen mission, and also activity based, day-to-day activity based mission life. Because all others are talking about high end technologies and high investment, whereas Government of India under the present Prime Minister has promoted this particular mission called National Mission Life for combating climate change, and it has been introduced in the COP, and it has been adopted by many countries in the COP 26. And also the Ujala scheme for renewable energy, then providing gas cylinders for cooking in the rural areas, and also the ethanol blending in the fuel, so that our dependency on fossil fuel comes down. So these are other major missions for combating climate change at the government level. And our strategy is 7-point or 7-step based low carbon electricity systems. That is, we are generating electricity other than fossil fuels, that is from the renewable energy sources, and the sustainable transport, both urban transport and rural transport, and also the personal vehicles are getting converted either to CNG or to the electric vehicle. And also urban sustainability, we try to improve the rating and through smart cities, and also through Amrut schemes, all the necessary 7 missions, 9 missions of climate change being addressed in the smart city and also in the Amrut scheme. And also low emission industry. This is what that emission reduction intensity per ton of the product produced. That is also our commitment, and we have a green trading scheme and green carbon credit scheme, and also green financing schemes of Government of India to support and encourage the industry to adopt it. And also carbon removal technologies, carbon capture and storage kind of technologies also we have introduced, and forest and green cover under the Green India mission, and also finance low carbon growth, that is being done by the Ministry of Finance under various schemes. So these are the 7 different low carbon strategies that India is adopting. There are many issues that we can go in detail, maybe in a separate session, on each of these 7, and also various 9 missions I have talked about under the National Action Plan for Combating Climate Change. So now mission life is the topic which can be adopted individually and also at the institution level or wherever we are working to reduce the carbon emissions. And we have planted more than 100 crores trees since Ek Ped Naam Ke Naam, the program that was launched by the Government of India. So this is one, and we have concentrated on 3 important things on mission life. That is change in demand. We have to ask for low carbon products, and also we have to encourage the locally grown materials and fruits and vegetables. That will come from the change in mindset, change in demand. So change in demand is there, then it will result in change in supply. So that the big, huge carbon emissions from the packaging and transportation sector will come down. Once we purchase and utilize locally grown material, and also we opt for the low carbon and green products. And this change will come from the change in policy at the ground level. Then that comes means change in the demand and change in the supply also will come. Now I will go directly into the contributions that individuals can make. I actually had a number of photographs, but to keep it simple and also to avoid the bandwidth issue when we are presenting remotely, I have removed the photographs and only keeping it a point wise, so that it is very smart, simple, crisp, and it can be easily understood. Have a vision and commitment. One should have individual vision and commitment that I will try to be as eco-friendly as possible, and we can conduct our official as well as personal functions eco-friendly to the maximum extent possible. The meaning thereby, we should not use any use and throw material. We should try to use all recyclable materials, and we should avoid silk, leather, and plastic products in our official and also personal functions. Refuse and think before buying. This is at a personal level, because over consumption and over purchasing leads to over exploitation of resources, which leads to over manufacturing unnecessarily, and then this in turn results to over emissions of increased emissions of greenhouse gases. And act as an informed consumer, so that you go for locally grown products and also low carbon intensity products, and be a conservationist and reformist. That will go a long way, because you will teach many people, and also your children will follow your footstep. And say no to meat products wherever possible. I am not talking about vegetarianism or non-vegetarianism here, because meat comes with huge carbon emissions, because fodder cultivation and also the irrigation that is required for fodder cultivation, if we calculate, meat comes with huge carbon emissions. So we can avoid meat to a great extent wherever possible. Tree plantation and maintaining it, and conserving all kind of resources like paper, energy, water, and any material resources can conserve, and avoid and minimize waste generation to the maximum extent possible. These are things which I am aiming at, not only to the youth but also to all individuals in our life. This will go a long way. And beware of personal care products like whatever we use, perfume, kajal, and also toothpaste, and many other personal care products that we use, soap, and also cosmetics. All of them are coming with chemicals which may be harmful to us. So we have to be very cautious while using these products, and we can go for eco-friendly products rather than chemical-based products. And be an informed citizen, and do not carried away by WhatsApp message and Google University. More than 65% of the messages that comes in WhatsApp or Google are unverified, and they are not factual. So youth, you have to be aware that don't get carried away with Google University and WhatsApp University forwards. Try to go search and do your own self research, or read the product before you purchase. And also never waste food and food products, because food comes to our plate with a lot of hard work, time, energy, and money spent by the farmers. And it also carries a lot of carbon emissions. So we should not we should avoid totally wasting food, and also create awareness platform like this wherever possible. Next, my slide got changed. Slide is changed.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Don't waste paper, recycle it. Use cloth bags and avoid plastic bags, and try to carry cloth bags. See, though I am from scientist background and done research, what I have tried to give in this presentation is what one can easily follow in a day-to-day life without changing anything. In technical terms, we call all these points as low-hanging fruits. Without any effort or capital investment or money or energy, one can easily adopt if they want to. Only a shift in attitude and thinking has required. We can adopt most of 99% of these points which I am dwelling it upon. And also, wherever possible, purchase renewable energy products, and also purchase star label consume products, and install energy efficient gadgets, and also water efficient taps wherever possible, and showers. Avoid personal vehicles and use public vehicles, and switch off at signals and traffic jams, because on a conservative estimate, research suggests 20 to 30% of fuel is wasted at signals of various vehicles. So that contributes emissions also, and also it is wastage of fuel as such at a personal level. And also maintain optimum tire pressure and maintain speed, because it will give the desired maximum mileage out of your vehicle. Always wear helmets, because it will save your life for yourself and also for your precious to your family members. And be a part of groups and join their effort in the conservation and preservation of environment. Eat and prefer locally grown food and products, and also dress instead of imported products, which comes with huge packaging and transportation emissions. Avoid lift and take stairs wherever possible, and minimize the use of WhatsApp and electrical and electronic gadgets to a maximum extent, because it will give peace to your mind, and also it will give rest to your body and mind, and also to your eyes. It will decrease your BP. And see this, the left side is a greener side and right side is a wilted side. Why I am telling, the shift in attitude will be more towards the green. If it comes, then our objective is achieved. We should have long term perception, we should have conservation nature, we should purchase only to the need, we should be self contented, and we should try to follow simple habit in life, and we should have a planned life, and we should have a organized activities in our life, and we have to put a system in place for managing the waste. Whereas the human behavior on the right side, it goes with the short term and spot decisions. It is spending, overspending, and also it runs with greed, and it compares with everybody and try to have a false prestige, and have a flamboyant and extravaganza lifestyle, and an exploring attitude always, and also in a living our life in a disorganized manner and a haphazard manner. So these are all psychological activity and also psychological nature of individuals. If that shift comes towards conservation on the left side, our objective will be achieved, and we will preach many like what I am preaching to everybody, and also it will go to our children also and to the next generation, especially to today's youth. And also social media comes with cost. Many people think internet doesn't come with cost. Internet, social media, WhatsApp, Instagram, all comes with our own cost, and also it comes with the energy consumption and also carbon emissions. Huge carbon emissions are associated with the photos and videos that we download and forward to others unnecessarily. You think before you forward. That is the major mantra that I am trying to give. Reduce your screen background lighting. Don't keep your mobile data on always, and don't forward this thank you, good morning, and good night messages. It comes with huge carbon emissions. 1 MB message in any social media platform emits 20 microgram of carbon dioxide. So minimize your forward unless otherwise it is absolutely necessary and you think it is useful for others. Don't ever forward anything. In my life, I am not forwarding anything unless otherwise something is really useful to others. And also 25, for example, a 25 watt light on 8 hours, it emits 20 microgram, whereas one photograph with 1 MB, if you forward, that emits 20 microgram. Unnecessarily we are doing it. If more complicated photograph means more emissions, if it is video, very high emissions. And bulk emails and group emails can be replied individually, not with the reply to all options. It is not necessary. Unless only it is necessary, you can go with that option, or otherwise everybody will get to the your message, which is not warranted. And don't use reply all message. Clear your spam in WhatsApp or also in any social media, including email. Spam email has 0.3 carbon dioxide emissions. Regular emails has 4 grams of carbon dioxide emission. Email with photograph minimum, it has 50 grams of carbon dioxide emissions. And emissions doesn't come only in the email or WhatsApp message alone. The data center, which is remote, having the biggest data center, there the emission comes more than 80% of the emission comes from the data center, and also 10% of the emission comes from data emissions. And the user network equipment, that is my WhatsApp, my phone or your phone or my laptop or your laptop, only has 4% of emission, whereas the back end emissions are huge. These things, why I am emphasizing, we have never given a thought to it. These also contribute to emissions. Many of us don't know, especially the today's youth may not be aware. So I request you organize such programs wherever your regular curriculum of students are also there, and sensitize them to the maximum extent and disseminate my presentation to everybody. And this is dirty data, unnecessary data, which is there in the form of photographs and videos in any of your social media platform and email. Periodically review and delete it. It will save your energy, your data cost, and also it will avoid huge carbon emissions. On an average, a person gets more than 1,000 unwanted photographs, which is equivalent to some international trips in flight. That much emission one person can emit if they store these 1,000 photographs unnecessarily in their device. And more download of any video in YouTube or any social media platform, more emissions that causes. And reduce OTT platform viewing, and it is having the highest emissions of all kinds. Don't forward memes and photos and videos. On an average, according to a research, 8 memes are created in a day. Nobody remembers the meme that is created in the morning and forwarded, and also in the what is the next earlier memes that they forwarded. Memes are having very short-lived life. Why unnecessarily to forward? And you are utilizing your own data, and also you are utilizing others' data. You are causing huge carbon emissions also. And also clear archive messages very frequently. Turn off autoplay of downloading photos and videos, and clutter your email boxes frequently, and also in all electronic devices like Instagram, social media platform of LinkedIn or your WhatsApp. And also reduce gadgets usage to a maximum extent possible. Read journals and books if you want instead. And also responsible buying, because many students they want the phone every 2 years or every 1 year because of peer pressure. My classmate is having iPhone of this 17, Samsung this flip phone, like this. See, you purchase anything only if it is necessary. For the last 5 years, I have not changed my phone. So I am doing all the work that you can expect me that I will be doing from my phone. I am doing it, but I have not felt the need to upgrade my phone in the last 5 years. That is the reality. So don't succumb to the peer pressure. Come to the ground level and then live your life simply. You will live happily, as well as you will be eco-friendly and environmental friendly in all aspects. Avoid online purchases. It comes with huge transportation and packaging emissions. And habits only I am telling. See, this you will appreciate. This doesn't, any of my points doesn't need any capital investment, any huge technology transfer, or any operation and maintenance. Only little bit of shift in thinking is required. That is very much essential for today's youth, according to me. Totally avoid food waste, total avoid transportation and packaging waste, increasing plant-based diet. Try to be a vegan, because non-vegetarian foods comes with huge carbon emissions. If you want, you can Google out and look for research papers. You will get a number of research papers. Try to be organic, so that we will avoid external contamination with huge fertilizers and pesticides, and prioritize locally available food. Why to have kiwi apple and Fuji apple and kiwi fruit from New Zealand? We have our own banana, our own madulambalam, our own anar, and we have our own mangoes, which we can consume seasonally. Why to have imported food like kiwi and Fuji apples? Try to buy local products and then eat. Opting for public transport and cycling, electric scooters, ride sharing, or reducing air travel, and minimize single-use plastic or avoid totally, and also using reusable items always can be preferred. And also green thinking and planning for any event, especially the official or personal event I am talking about. Here, try to have a green purchase policy, have periodic training and capacity building sessions like this for all stakeholders, and also allocate budget little bit for green purchasing. Make it a habit. Even if I want to purchase a cloth from Raymond's, I will always go, even if it is costly or in maneuver. So I will not worry about the cost, because it has become a habit. So your purchases also, if it becomes a habit, even 5%, 2%, or 10%, even if it is costly, we can purchase eco-friendly products. Involve children, they will come up with more ideas than what I have described. Have all recyclables and washable cutleries in eco-friendly functions. Organize vegetarian menu. Again, I told earlier, strictly say no to meat, not to waste food, and be strict with the caterer and cook about the usage of oil and masala, because both are harmful to our health. Eco-friendly functions, here I am coming. Here, these are also, again, no rocket science is involved, no capital investment is involved. Only a shift in thinking and little bit of prior planning is required for conducting a function as a eco-friendly function. Don't ever print on PVC flux board. Call a tailor and painter, and use locally available fruits and vegetables like carrot, beetroot, and also green mirchi, and a number of other products. You can stitch it or paint it and have the banner instead of flux banner, because flux is printed in plastics, which is not biodegradable, and the colored ink that you are seeing is again containing heavy metals, and when it is thrown out, it is not properly recycled or disposed of. It can cause contamination of soil, water, and it will come to us in the food chain and food web. And have jute and cloth files instead of plastic files. Give ink pen or pencil, or instead of refill pens, or ask the participant to bring their own kits. And these are all the recyclable items that one can use in any functions, including marriages. And this is another set of recyclable items. Here you will see one gentleman on the left side. He has come in the program of Satyameva Jayate. which was there in the Vijay TV some years ago. He is Mr. Vellur Srinivasan. He has performed his own marriage at Vellur by substituting more than 40 items which are used and through recyclable items. And he has showcased what are all the things that he has changed through recyclable items, and he has put an exhibition in his own marriage. So if you have the will, you can perform your own marriage also in eco-friendly manner. Little bit of prior thinking and sourcing of green and recyclable product has to be done. Even the biodegradable waste, he transported through a tricycle to the nearest Goshala and to the segregation center, and it was made into recyclable and compostable then and there itself. Eco-friendly, I have tried to now list out what are eco-friendly items which can be substituted easily. Give pen drives or email instead of any printed material. Flower extract can be used instead for perfume instead of chemical perfume. And start the program after lunch. If it is an offline program, it will save money, energy, and also a lot of resources for you. Only who are committed, they will come and attend the function, or otherwise many people will vanish after inauguration or after lunch if you have full day function. And give sapling or fruit as a gift to the memento to the dignitaries, not any silk or leather based items. And do not use print or files or kits, so that it can be used to the next function also. And use natural light wherever possible. Conduct renewable energy powered auditorium is there, means conduct there. Or totally avoid paper or paper based products, totally avoid thermocol based decoration, and also serve water in glasses. Don't keep water in the plastic bottles. Keep no tissue papers. Tissue papers are made out of wood, which causes huge carbon emissions. Statistics says huge amount of carbon emissions are happening globally because of use of tissue paper. I don't personally use a tissue paper, or neither I purchase a tissue paper at home. So always use your own handkerchief. There also in functions, keep the handkerchiefs or towel. Some 10% theft will happen. You can reuse and wash the handkerchief and then use it to the next function. Invitation also don't print for dignitaries. If you have to invite, have a decorated handkerchief and write the event and the date and time and give it to the dignitaries. Use a clean fuel vehicle wherever possible. Buy recyclable products. Next, try to purchase fresh juice instead of tinned juice items and foods. And also avoid processed or canned food and drinks. And then try to purchase egg-free pastries or any packed pastries. Instead, you can purchase fresh biscuits from your nearest trusted bakeries. Avoid the electrical and electronic equipment purchase which is having highest vampire power consumption. That is, if you leave it on mute also, 15 to 20% of electricity is consumed. So we have to purchase energy efficient gadgets which consumes lesser electricity, even if it is not switched off. That is lesser vampire power consumption. And to switch off light during the sessions when it is not required. Have arrangements for supplying extra unused food with an orphanage or any home nearby, so that food is not wasted. And avoid any bakery items or multi-layered plastic package items of any sweet or any biscuits can be totally avoided. Have homemade chocolates if at all you have to have. Avoid multi-layered plastics in packaging, because it has got no collection mechanism, no recycling mechanism, economically viable recycling mechanism. Set thermostat 1 to 2 degree higher, because always the halls in which the functions happen, everybody search for a corner seat where they will get the least cooling effect. So everybody is uncomfortable with excess cooling is there. So set temperature optimally at 25 or 26 degree for anywhere in India, it is comfortable. And totally avoid thermocol item for decoration. And also individual roles. If music is played, try to play to the minimum in the closed hall. 20 decibels only it should be there. Otherwise, it causes hearing loss and also increases BP. It gives headache also. Purchase loose fresh milk from your own known trusted vendor rather than packed milk, because huge hundreds liters of milk is purchased for a function. If you purchase that, you are putting lot of packaging, milk packaging pouches as waste. And have digital photography now today, that is order of the day. Avoid flower bucket, I told, and you can give handicraft products. Silk and leather products avoid totally. Beware of chemical exposure in consumer goods like paste, perfumes, kajal, dyes, and hair colors. Many of us use these cosmetic products in our life for various use. Beware and be eco-friendly purchase. Never waste food. I will give a statistics and a case study in my next. For youth, this is very essential. Please don't consume alcohol and tobacco in any form. It is harmful to the health. It will spoil your future, and your family also having lot of expectation to you. So that also it will be affecting. So don't ever use. Think before buying. Have no shoe and no tie day. I wear the coat because of the occasion. Otherwise, I never wear coat or tie or shoes. And not to choose reply. This also always wear helmets. Not to keep internet or mobile data on throughout, and not to make video call unnecessarily unless it is required. Reduce use of electronic gadgets. Use energy, money, and resources effectively. Avoid forwarding unnecessary memes and messages. I have already told. And this is also be a part of group and join the movement. Have a vision. Say no to leather and plastic products. Refuse and think before buying. Attend to all repair works in an institution or at home. If we repair our shower, tap, flushing, and also electrical items, it will save lot of energy within our institution or at a home level also. So we have to attend to repairs on priority. And electrical and electronic and plumbing. And be a pioneer conservationist and reformist. They may call you mad, don't worry about it. Mad in literal sense is not mad. Mad means we are making a difference. I consider myself and declare myself as a mad person. You can laugh at me, but not because in literal sense I am mad. I am trying to make a difference always when I am speaking to someone for 1 hour. Hope I will be doing that here also. Switch off signals at traffic jams. Install energy efficient gadgets, water efficient taps. Avoid lift, take stairs. Tree plantation, plant it and maintain it. No to some maybe same repetition. Here we talk about 3 hours always. See, we have moved much ahead of 3 hours. We have to first refuse, rethink, repair, refurbish, and also repurpose, recover, and also reuse. There are number of hours you can come up with. Now you try to adopt 10-hour concept instead of 3 hours. And see, this is a program campaign which I launched in Pondicherry when I was Director Science and Technology there. And 2016 theme of World Environment Day was not to waste food. So I organized a number of conferences for various stakeholders, for institutions and hotels. I told you don't waste food, and I suggested that a poster, small board can be there in front of the wash basin. One particular hospital, that is Aravind Eye Hospital, Pondicherry, even today they are maintaining this in front of the their hostel and also their canteen wash basin. They change the date and the kilogram, and within 3 months they came and reported to me 20 to 30% of their food waste is reduced. And in general, and their total waste generation, food waste generation itself has gone down. So these are all low hanging fruits. If you sustainably believe in it and follow at home also, and any institution also, you can reduce the waste generation. Only thing, you have to believe in yourself, and you have to believe in simple concepts, not get carried away with the Western concepts. This yesterday's food waste is 30 kilogram, which can feed 60 people. Please don't waste food. So this is the kind of message that they give every day to the consumers there. And this is one thing. 42 different agricultural activities are involved before it comes to the food to our plate. More than a year time takes before any form of food that comes to our plate. Emphasize this fact to the youth and to all the listeners in your various programs, so that they understand the importance of not wasting food. For the benefit of those who are not from Tamil Nadu, I have now translated these 42 activities into English. Right from land shaping, plowing, harrowing, leveling board, and seed collection, seed treatment, seed soaking, nursery sowing. I have tried to list out all the 42 activities in these 2 slides. And then it goes to the kitchen, trader, and to the kitchen, and then our poor mother and sisters, they make food, and then take time and energy they spend, and then they make food before it comes to our plate. So please, my one takeaway message to all the participants, to the youth today is, please never waste food. And I am almost to this thing. Buyback policy for the institution. If you are buying any electric and electronic gadgets which is having electronic waste, always try to buy under the scheme of buyback, so that it goes back to the organized recycler. And the electronic waste has to be disposed of as per the electronic waste management rules in any institution. So if you are from a college or institution or industry, please make them aware that they have to comply with the electronic waste rules. And also you can conduct an annual audit, any kind of audit like energy audit, water audit, waste audit, resource conservation audit, or tree plantation, or tree census, biodiversity reporting. This can be an annual activity within your institution, within your colony, so that you keep a track of what you are doing, whether it is giving you result or not. And also, a tree can sequester 10 kilogram of carbon dioxide in an year. So plant as much tree and maintain it as possible. And also treat wastewater and reuse and recycle, convert biodegradable waste into compost and manure, and also other waste you recycle daily, and also have renewable energy and solar power wherever possible. Plant native trees and nurture it. Have birthday and anniversary park within your institution if you are from a college or school. And control noise pollution wherever possible. Make organized parking within your own institution, so that a discipline and sincerity will come to the students. And conserve all resources. Wear helmet within and outside the campus. Give electrical and electronic waste to the organized recycler. Have sustainability or alphabets activities, which I am going to come through. And also honor the students, non-teaching, administrator, and finance officials in all the activities by giving some mementos or certificates to them. And buy energy efficiency gadgets at a personal life and also for institution. And reduce consumption. That is one basic item. Here I have tried to give, if you go for energy efficient purchase of electrical and electronic items in our life, within the personal use or also in the institutional use, how much money we will save in terms of electricity reduction, and how much carbon we will reduce. I have tried to give a try in this tabulated statement. Due to paucity of time, I will just run through. right from changing the bulb into CFL and going to T8, T5 and star rated refrigerator, star rated air condition, and five starred fan. If you go, if you are going for solar photovoltaic, if you are heating solar water heater, if you are going for solar photovoltaic generation, if you are using solar inverter, and also if you are using geyser, you reduce the temperature, and switch it off and take it continuously for all the members in the family, one after the other. And also if you are using microwave, heat it, and then all of you sit together and then eat it. And unless otherwise the buyer recommends, don't purchase voltage stabilizer. For your information, for my TV, for years together, I don't have a voltage stabilizer, because power supply is stable, and my TV supplier, the company told it is not required, so I have not purchased. The stabilizer alone produces more than 400 kilograms of carbon dioxide per annum. And if you have multi-layered plastics, don't throw indiscriminately. Have a bottle and you can compress it and then store like it, and put it in your table or in the reception itself. It will look like a decorated product. And if you are adapting a nearby drain, a simple putting up what filter like this, which is locally available, and periodically cleaning it will prevent the water bodies getting drained into lot of multi-layered packaging and plastic products. This can be easily understood. Here I have tried to compile and give alphabet from A to Z on various sustainability activities. Due to paucity of time, I am not going through each of it, but for any competition for your own school and college students, you come out with ideas of sustainability alphabetically. They will come, I am quite sure they will come with much more ideas than what I have tried to give in last 1 hour. So please, I am just going through it. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. It might have some repetition of what I have covered already. It may be having some new points as well. So these are the activities up to this. These are some of the important links, web links through which I have compiled the entire presentation. Each one slide may come from various references. So I have tried to give all these links for the help of the audience. And be a mad person. I told, you have to make a difference. You have to be a mad person. Let the society and the listeners call you mad, but when they go back and see the presentation for themselves, they will also try to adapt and try to be a mad person. If IGNO is giving me 1 hour, they are giving me that I should make a difference. Hope I have done that. Put systems in place for waste management, collection and disposal. It will go a long way. Think and plan for the management of all inputs and outputs. It will also go a long way. It starts with one person, either you or me. And also be a reformer and fight for a change. We can make a difference. And it takes times, but it pays. No textbook will give these presentations. Understand and popularize these points to the maximum extent. And this is my last slide. And then thank you very much for giving me the opportunity, and to the IGNO. Hope I have done justice to the topic, and also the time duration is, I think I have exceeded little bit. Thanks at the outset. Thank you to everyone, especially to the organizers of RC Madurai, Senior Regional Director and also Assistant Regional Director, and to all other Senior Regional Directors and Regional Centers of IGNO, and to IGNO headquarters, and not the least, not the last but not the least, to all the participants. Take this message across and then popularize. I have given my presentation to IGNO so that they can circulate to all the participants. Thank you very much.
Yeah, very thankful to you, sir. It is one of the excellent lecture with a magnified view on every aspects. I hope this lecture will change the mindsets of our uh, the participants. Uh, Now, before moving to our question and answer session, may I invite our IIC committee, that Dr. Rajesh sir, Senior Regional Director. If you are there, please speak this few word from RC Trivandrum. Sir, Rajesh sir. Okay, now we can move to the question and answer session. Students, if you have any questions, can directly speak to the resource person.
There is one in the chat box. Should I respond to that first?
Yes, sir. Yes.
India's climate discourse increasingly talks about green finance and carbon markets. How can youth ensure that these mechanisms do not mere accounting exercise but actually lead to verifiable emissions reductions, especially in sectors monitored by bodies like SEIA? See, now Ministry of Corporate Affairs has come up with a comprehensive ESG policy, environmental and social governance. This is more so because the company want to be green branding, and also the export requirements of the products also require a number of such reporting exercise. So now Ministry of Corporate Affairs has come up with a BRSR reporting for all listed entities within some certain time frame. So if you go to Ministry of Corporate Affairs and look for BRSR reports and type any particular XYZ company and put it 23-24 financial year, what are their BRSR? You will get a comprehensive report. BRSR is Business Responsible Sustainability Reporting. So this is done by Government of India. So you can go and have it at a regional level, in the state government level. Pollution Control Board and state environmental impact assessment authorities do conduct the EAA studies by professional bodies, and then they give such emission reduction due to pollution control technologies.
There is one more question, sir, from Sivangi Mandal in the chat box.
That I have responded to her only.
Okay, okay. Any other questions?
Again, another Madam Shivangi has asked one more question on EPR. EPR is Extended Producer Responsibility. See, again, let it be battery, let it be plastic, or let it be any other waste, it has to be complied with an recycling, authorized or scientific recycling target dates. For example, let it be X company or let it be Y company or Z company, within a certain period that is mentioned in the respective rules, let it be plastic waste rule, let it be battery waste rule, they have to comply with the recycling target, because they have to use the recycling material, raw material from the recycled product itself. But unfortunately, in any country, including India, what happens? Recycled material is easily available through import. Though many countries are signatories of a convention called Basel Convention, which was signed by all Basel Treaty in Germany by more than many countries. But what they do, they export to third world countries their electronic waste or their plastic waste or their paper waste under the disguise of some other material. So unless otherwise you have a specific self commitment and self regulation, EPR targets cannot be achieved, and it cannot be humanly monitored by any state government or central pollution control board or state pollution control board going after each and every industry. See, traceability is always will remain a problem. Traceability even in Japan is a problem. Even in US is a problem. They export clandestinely more than 30 to 40% of their waste into third world countries. For us, it is raw material and it is economic activity for the poor. At least we support the livelihood. So we should try to do what we can do. My objective of entire presentation is low hanging fruit without any capital investment and without any huge technology. As individual and wherever Madam Shivangi works in that organization also, you please try to follow some of the points that I have highlighted that will go a long way to the country. Top 5 actions, let them try to be eco-friendly products purchase. Number 1. Number 2, let them use helmet. If they live, then only eco-friendliness is required. Let them use helmet first. Let them not use tobacco and alcohol second. Take away. Let them not use food third. Let them not buy unnecessarily things. Let them not online order. If they follow this 5, this will reduce a lot of emissions from the youth and it will go a long way. All of them will contribute to greater carbon emission reductions. Any government, how it will function, that will function like that only. Now today America is occupying illegally and trying to attack everybody in the world. Is anybody is commenting about that? And America calls itself as the biggest democracy. I am not talking about anything bad of any country. So how a country is governed by technocrats and bureaucrats, it will be governed by them. If a hospital is there, only doctors will man it. If a college is there, professors will man it. If a government is there, under the government setup, how the governance has been done, according to that, governance will be done. As an individual, we should try to follow what is being asked by the government and what is being told to us to comply by the rules. Let us try to follow that first. Anything else? Thank you very much, all the organizers of IGNOU. It is really a very nice session for me also. And though I was involved in a number of stakeholder consultations and addressing to the stakeholder, this is my first opportunity that IGNOU has given to me. Thanks to the Senior Regional Director of Madurai as well as Assistant Regional Director of Madurai for providing me the opportunity, and also to all the regional directorates of IGNOU centers and also to the headquarters for carefully and patiently listening to my presentation, and to all the participants. Thank you.